Thank you again. What an incredible session. I have a few minutes to talk to you about a little bit of the things I do. And we have a brand new book out called The Science of Shopping. And I wanted to bring you a couple of bits of insight from it. And hopefully it will appear on the screen as if by magic behind me. Let's have a look. There we go. Oh, one slide back, guys. One slide back. There we go. So, as you know, I introduced myself yesterday as the work that I do, which is the advisory, the support for boardrooms on that tricky, brilliant, wonderful, amazing, perplexing, shape-shifting consumer. And that's the insight and the joy I get to have when I'm working with organizations, understanding the evolvement of the world that we live in and this incredibly flexible time we're all living with strategy. Speaking to tens of thousands of consumers globally, as we do through the sessions on data, insights, focus groups, and then applying an emotional, intelligent overlay to that in terms of the world we're living in, the world we're heading in, as we've just heard on the AI as well, how that will really take on a new shape and format in this, what I feel is going to be the platinum age of retail, the platinum age of consumer insight, where we are seeing more change in a matter of weeks than we've seen previously in decades. And I just wanted to bring you 3 quick pieces, and I'm going to heavily plug this because I can, from The Science of Shopping. I wanted to remind everyone why we buy and how emotional it is, because I think when we think as the consumers we are and apply it, it helps to come from that outside-in perspective, as I mentioned, rather than inside-out. We all have the 3 things we need to do. We all have our wish list. We all know it's stakeholder engagement, shareholder finances. We know it's P&L. But let's readdress and go back to what our consumer process is and apply that to today. So the psychological motives, the social influences, and the emotional triggers, and more and more and more of our shopping purchase decisions are being flexed emotionally. That means that we can't just have a one-size-fits-all. We've heard from a lot of brands on the stage that are talking about agility, speed, focus, but absolutely one of the key things I would say is the emotional need to lift, the emotional need to find joy. And that's why we're seeing so much when it comes to experiential retail, social retail. I want to remind how much hope and joy we still have in the equation. It is a challenging time for a lot of organizations, but 90% of the decisions we make can still be changed, moved, evolved in those stores, online, through social. And to me, that's the biggest opportunity. We shifted the dynamic on just one set of communications and changed and uplifting sales for one brand by 30%. That's an incredible out from just changing the language. And this is one of the theories I want to talk about that might just help you along the way. I encourage, please take a picture of it, use it, help your teams understand it. As Maslow had his hierarchy of needs, I have my hierarchy of needs. Every time we go into an organization, we are addressing the end consumer, be an operations organization, a delivery company. You may know we're involved massively with the evolvement of Hermes to Every. We have to understand that not only are these all the factors facing consumers day in, day out, of which they will shape-shift in terms of what appeals to them most, but it is exactly that. It is a list of priorities that will move and evolve. Why do we have sustainability champions in our children who then will lean into fast fashion in a heartbeat, and suddenly the sustainability push doesn't become the focus, but what's going to be worn for the weekend does? That's not pick and mix ethics. That's because different priorities take different factors at different times of day. And what you need to flex in is making sure your team have the agility to do it. It's all about working with a new set of guidelines, a new set of kind of framework. And the framework is the customer will continue to be agile. They'll be encouraged and enthused. They will use the technology available to them. It's how we can build in our teams and culture to flex with it. I wish you the very best of it. I know we're going to have breakout sessions and we're going to host you through it. It's a joy to be your host. And if I can answer any of your questions as you see me on the move, I'm happy to do so. Thank you and have a great morning. We'll see you this afternoon for a fantastic keynote with Joe Malone.